So meet Brad Pitt. Let's talk about Brad and why he is so attractive to us. Brad Pitt is a pretty classic king face. That's denoted by these incredibly strong jaws. He's a leader, sees both sides of an issue, tends to be very, very fair, likes to have his own way, gets a little cranky if he doesn't get it. Just a natural born leader. We like to look at king faces. Most ads, the models will have these very strong jaws because the ad agencies know we like to look at this face. Next, we like to look at the right and left eye. The right eye is what we show to the world. It's our public persona. It's our mother's influence. The left is our more private side, and it's our father's influence. When we cover up that left eye, that right eye, very rare do we see this, but he's very wary. I think if you can't go anywhere without somebody kind of noticing you, I'd be a little suspicious of people in general, but it's kind of dug into his soul a little deeper than I think it's healthy for him to be. So don't be so wary, Brad. Now, do the opposite, cover up that right eye and see that left eye. This is a guy who knows who he is, incredibly confident in everything that he does from an acting standpoint. Hairline, notice that his hair kind of comes in and touches the corner of his eyebrows. This is a sign he had very strict upbringing, probably was forced to conform to parental wishes. His hairline is somewhat wavy. This is a sign he was rebellious. I will easily say he enjoyed his teen years. I'm not so sure his parents did. He was probably a little rebellious. He certainly rebels against conformity. Next is eyebrows. Very thick eyebrows. Indicates a very strong constitution. They're also low set. This indicates he's very approachable and he's willing to help others. And that's the energy he exudes on screen. Everybody can connect to Brad Pitt. Everybody wants to be Brad Pitt, Robert Redford. These are all these king faces that have the same kind of energy about them. Did their face make them successful? You bet it did. Our faces dictate the rules they're going to get in Hollywood, whether they know it or not. Between his eyebrows, you'll see those kind of deep creases. Notice that the crease is much more dramatic on that left side. This is a liver indicator. The question I would ask is, any family history of alcoholism, especially on the father's side, or has he put in things in his body he shouldn't have? The liver has to detox, and sometimes when you push it, it'll start developing these lines. The emotion of the liver is anger. Make an angry face. What do you see? You're going to see these lines show up. This is how we tie liver and the emotion of anger, because in traditional Chinese medicine, which this is based on, is very much involved in that. Upper eyelid, he's also got some puffiness, and notice the puffiness is greater on that left side. It's a gallbladder, so liver, gallbladder are paired up together under what's called the wood element, and the emotion of this is anger. So does he have anger with a male? Is he angry at himself? Did he have an angry father? Was there alcoholism in the family tree? Be interesting to know a little detail on that. Underneath the eyes, there is some puffiness, and it is definitely greater on that left side. This indicates what's called unshed tears, and it has to do with a male. Also has these deep creases here. These are called falling lines. Falling means purpose and spiritual strength. He's found his purpose. He's living his purpose. He has deep spiritual strength. Nothing to do with religion. This is about spirituality. His eyes very narrowed. This indicates acute perceptive ability, watchful, wary, scrutinizing, but on the downside, it'd be suspicious. And I don't think you can be this famous and not be suspicious of pretty much everybody that comes around you on some level. And then you can't ignore the last thing, which is his jaws. Jaws are about being determined. Very strong jaw, which is you typically see in that king face. That's what makes them a king face. So that's Brad Pitt. Hope you enjoyed meeting Brad. We're asked over and over and over again, can you read my face? The answer is yes. Matter of fact, I'd love to read your face. All you got to do is go to WTFWhyTheFace.com. Now, there's several options there. It's not a costly thing to do. First option is I can simply give you a written report. It'll be 7-8 pages long. I will read your face. I will go over psychological aspects, traits that are positive, traits that are negative, also some health issues. That is one fee. The second option is you'll also get a 7 to 8 page written report. Plus, I will physically call you. Questions will come up. I usually spend 30 to 60 minutes on the phone with you. Obviously, it's a little higher price because it's going to be more time involved. But a lot of questions will come up and you'll say, okay, I got that, but what does that really mean? And I can kind of explain a little more in depth. The third option is, again, 7 to 8 pages. I'll call you. But we can also discuss some options. If there's some things that you're concerned with, we can kind of point you in a direction. I can't physically treat you, but I can certainly make some suggestions. When you talk to your own doctor, pay attention to this or whatever it might be. So if you're interested, please upload your faces and we will be happy to read them for you. Would love to do it.